Hello and welcome to the BMC Quick Course Series. My name is Andy Andrews and I'm a software consultant for the Mainframe batch products at BMC. Your batch windows are likely getting shorter or disappearing altogether. Concurrent workloads, both batch and online, compete for the same data resources, causing batch jobs to abend because of timeouts, lock contention, and so on. BMC Application Restart Control, also known as ARC, enriches your batch processing environment. ARC is available for Db2, IMS, and VSAM environments. In this session, I'll provide a brief overview of the major functions of ARC. ARC products provide a variety of features to streamline and enrich a batch processing environment. Let's dive into each of these areas. When a batch job fails, you generally recover the affected database to back out all of the changes made so far and restart the job from the beginning. This takes time, manual effort, and up to double the CPU usage that a successful job would have taken. In the example here, a job that normally runs in 5 hours could take 16 hours to complete. First and foremost, ARC is a restart product that supports checkpoint restart across many application environments. ARC provides checkpoint restart logic for batch jobs. In other words, it can insert checkpoints or commits at specified intervals into a batch program. If a job step abends, you simply restart the job at the failed step. While a batch program is running, ARC will capture various parts of the environment each time the program issues a checkpoint. If the program runs into a problem and abends, it must be restarted. ARC will use the information captured during the most recent checkpoint to reset the program and associated files appropriately so the program can resume processing. With ARC, you restart much closer to the point of abend. You don't need to recover the database and back out changes. Think of all the time and money you can save. Checkpoint processing is an absolute requirement for batch processing in a shared database environment, but it can be very expensive. From the point of view of an application program, checkpoints are 100% overhead, both in terms of resources consumed and elapsed time. In a perfect world, a program would issue checkpoints just often enough to satisfy restart and database locking requirements. However, the world isn't always perfect. Checkpoint intervals are generally not regulated, and no one thinks about them once an application is in production. Many batch programs are more than 20 years old, and they were written to run on hardware and software that was much slower than the versions we now have. The result is a natural shrinking of the checkpoint interval. What once may have been a 2-second interval over time evolves into multiple checkpoints per second. ARC can filter out excessive checkpoint activity without having to modify an application program. The filter sits between the application program and the underlying DBMS. If a database issues checkpoints too often, they are simply intercepted and sent back to the application as though they processed, so the application can continue to execute. Periodically, a checkpoint will be allowed to pass through the filter and it will be processed normally. The net effect is a significant reduction in overhead for both the application program and the DBMS. Application Reattach is simply automation provided by ARC to increase the resiliency of your batch processes. When running in a sharing environment, a batch program may try to access a database block while it is being updated by a different process, causing the batch program to abend. ARC Reattach processing will intercept the abend and will redrive the batch program within the same job step. Since the conditions that cause this kind of transient abend are typically resolved rather quickly, delaying the retry for just a few seconds will allow the locks to clear and the batch program can continue to execute. The batch job step will eventually end with a 0 condition code. In addition to automatically handling certain abends, Reattach can be seen as an enabling technology. As business volumes grow, the time to process them also grows. Eventually, the processing time grows to the point that it causes problems in the batch schedule. Instinctively, update processes are serialized because of the potential for database conflicts. The automation provided by Reattach can be seen as an enabling technology to allow the input of batch update program to be divided, and the batch updates can then be run in parallel. Any database collisions can be resolved by reattach. When a program abends because of bad input data, the nightly schedule must be stopped and the designated on-call personnel must quickly resolve the condition. ARC program exception support, commonly known as Stop OC7, is a variation of the standard application reattach that is designed to deal with bad input data without having to stop the schedule. You can't just reattach, or for that matter restart, after a SOC 7 abend because you'll just get the same bad input record back in and the program will abend again. The program exception variant of reattach provides a range of techniques to deal with bad input data. Generally, when a program abends because of bad input data, the abend will be intercepted by ARC before the step terminates and the program will be restarted within the same step. The current input record will then be pulled out of the execution and placed on a reject file for special handling by support staff. ARC brings some special capabilities to VSAM environments. VSAM is used by a great many applications, but since it is an access method, as compared to a DBMS like Db2 or IMS, it lacks some of the functionality that Db2 and IMS provides. ARC enhances the VSAM environment by introducing the concepts of VSAM checkpoint restart, VSAM backout logging, and VSAM in-flight backout. In addition, ARC serves as a coordinator to provide synchronization between VSAM-based and DBMS-based data. Expanding on the VSAM enhancements, ARC provides a very important function called VSAM file sharing. This is enabling technology that allows VSAM files to remain online in update mode to a CICS region while it is being processed in batch. In addition, ARC can combine traditional checkpoint restart with VSAM file sharing to satisfy cross-DBMS synchronization and restart requirements. This technology provides a very simple and cost-effective way to satisfy 24/7 processing requirements, as the underlying application programs can still remain largely untouched. Consider the ripple impact to an application by converting a VSAM file to Db2. Not only on the programs that update the files, but on all of the other application programs and CICS transactions that would touch the file in any way. ARC provides Suspend Resume integration with many of the BMC high availability IMS and Db2 oriented utility products. These products sometimes need exclusive control over a database for a short period of time and will communicate this to ARC. During this time, any jobs running under control of ARC will be temporarily suspended until the exclusive period has ended. After that, they will resume execution and will run to normal completion. ARC has been designed to enrich the operational experience of batch programs, regardless of the underlying database environment. At its core, ARC is a checkpoint restart product, but it builds on this cornerstone to provide a wealth of additional functionality that is focused on enriching the batch execution environment. Thank you for your time. For more information on any BMC mainframe product, please visit the URL shown here.